He only hang with the
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony, and our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for him.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now the starting group for the visitors. So at this stage of the season, Tim, some teams I feel are already starting to look ahead to the playoffs. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think you're going to glimpse at what that looks like because your adrenaline is going to take you there. But I think the focus should be on the here and now, continuing to get better. On a daily basis.
If you're not looking at what's in front of you, you're going to lose what's perhaps ahead of you.
Boy, that is so true.
Here's Simpkins. He's covered by Bogdanovic. And they pick up two.
Oh, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
There's a screen. Here's Mix, covered by Evans. Pass to Bogdanovic. Oh, good on the triple. Now here's Johnson. We're about 1 minute into the first. A reverse. Kicks it out to Evans. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 13-footer, and the shot no good, a bit short.
That is a missed opportunity. He'd love to have that one back.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Johnson. Here's Simpkins. And it's blocked. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Just 5 to shoot. From the arc, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Hopkins. Plays it up and banks it in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Here's Simpkins. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Simpkins got 6 points.
Well, I'd watch him the rest of the game because he is seeing a lot of shots drop.
To the paint. Goes back up, and it's good on the way in.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
Nothing will drive your coach crazier than what you just saw. Lack of focus, lack of effort.
And here's Evans outside. Hits it from three-point range.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Back to Bogdanovich. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Pass to Evans. And here is Johnson. Evans feeling it out a bit. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Outside Bogdanovich. Hopkins, the pass to Mix. That one falls.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Getting it from their comfort zone so far in this one. 57% from the field. Pass to Simpkins. Kicks it out to Evans. Johnson outside. Lock at 6. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Stewart's checked in for Johnson. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
And when you don't play that often, it can be hard to read an opponent. Sometimes that's the great equalizer.
So a moment now to see the story for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Pass to Sellers. There's the triple. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
And depending on the severity of that, it could be next man up mentality.
1:04 left in the first. fader on the way. Good on the bucket.
Looking for a little extra style points right there with the fadeaway.
Gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Down low. And the layup falls.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. With 1 on the clock. No good on the last second attempt there. We're at the end of the first, Clark, in a close game so far. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
When you spread the floor and force defenses to close out to the three-point line, it's going to create driving lanes.
Here's Sellers. Still scoreless. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. Sanan driving the lane, and that one good. Tim, when you think about how the game is currently being played, how hard do you think it is to defend?
It's a lot tougher than it used to be because you have much more ground to cover defensively with the number of three-point shooters that are on the floor, plus the number of guys that understand how to draw fouls.
And the league changes, don't they, in the way they officiate, so that is kind of an ever-changing way to grasp what you do on the defensive end.
Yeah, the league has tried to help defenders, give them a little bit more leeway because of how difficult it is to defend this level of skill.
Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. There's a good screen to the inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games.
You have to be impressed with their shot selection. I mean, the discipline on that end and the unselfishness really is what allows those great numbers to show up.
Here's Sellers, covered by Johnson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Pass to Stewart. There's the screen. 13 feet away. Sellers pulls it in. Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Johnson outside. There's the 3. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. He has 6.
Well, when you grab the offensive rebound, you're already right there at the rim. It makes the putback that much easier.
Lets it go from deep. No good on the shot. Gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Over to the wing. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Doing fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. They set the pick. Right wing. Pass to Bogdanovic. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. So both teams changing it up here. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the East is stacking up. Taking a look here at the visitors. Right now they've acquired the second best record in the conference. .157 left in the first half of the game. Back to Evans. 6 to shoot. Johnson outside. Latrey. Bogdanovic grabs the miss.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And it's time for an injury report.
They're treating it as a very serious injury. Early indications are that it's a broken shoulder. With an injury like this, it's going to be a slow healing process. Unfortunately, he'll be out for a while, guys.
And Allie, we thank you for the report.
Well, he certainly didn't envision his season going like this, but it happens to the best of them, and now it's all about how you respond to it.
Here's Johnson. After the basket by Bogdan Bogdanovic. Here's the screen. Lets the 3 fly. That one, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Mix. On deep. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
There's 14 seconds left in the second quarter. To halt the run, got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Up by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Hey everybody, and the way this thing is going, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the last few possessions.
You know what your killer gets on there, cuz?
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the visiting team. Thanks for joining us.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Outside, Bogdanovich. Pass to Mix. Back to Bogdanovich. There's the pick. Here's Hopkins, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. So, Tim, let me put you in a different hat here. If you're running an NBA franchise, would you rather build around a guard, wing, or a big man in today's NBA?
I think I'd go with the wing with size, a guy that can create his own offense and for which there is no great defensive matchup. Those guys, to me, are the ones that can help lead you to the promised land.
Well, that sounds like a good blueprint. He doesn't get the second one. Pass to Mix. Bogdanovich looking around. Tries again. And there it is for him. Bogdanovich has got his second basket.
Showing off his inside game. Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
Johnson outside. Kicks it out to Evans. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Evans has got his second basket of the night.
Drawing those defenders to the lane creates space on the perimeter. Beautiful look.
Back to Bogdanovich. Pass to Mix. Jacks up a 3. That shot missing.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
He is covered by Bogdanovich. Now Evans. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Lets it go from the wing. That shot is off. And has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Bogdanovich. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 8 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
But that's right. There's no question. He's not their only offensive weapon, but he is a key cog in what they're trying to do.
And it's in there. 10 points for him.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And stolen by Bogdanovich. The jump hook, and that one is good.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Well, even with a bigger defender on him, he was undeterred.
Johnson surveying the floor. To the left side wing. Off target from outside. Gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Hopkins. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists in the game. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Shot from 12, and the shot is good. Bogdanovich has got 4 this quarter.
And if you let Bogdanovich square up from mid-range, it's going to be a long night.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
Yeah, physically they are being overwhelmed in the paint right now. That can be hard to fix because it's a personnel issue.
Pass to Stewart. Launches it. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Inside. Stolen by Evans. Now Johnson. Stewart a screen. There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter. Evans a screen on Bogdanovich. And Evans throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Getting a scorching 68% in the game. Back to Bogdanovich. .105 left in the third quarter. To the wing right side. The 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Bogdanovich has got 9.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
Pass to Stewart. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That's his first foul. .41 seconds left in the third. Stewart a screen. And he banks in the layup. Stewart's got his first bucket of the night.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Here's Sellers. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Sellers has got his first bucket in this one.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Johnson outside. One second left, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we've reached the end of the third. They lead by 8. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Phillips, the pass to Stewart. Shot clock at 6. Ring shot on the way. With the clock winding down, and he jams it with authority.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
He is putting in work right to the rim. Defense had no answer.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Phillips. Back to Stewart. The three. Buries the long-range jumper.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Sellers from downtown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 4 assists in the game. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. To the middle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. On Tuesday, and then on Sunday. That one is off. And he sinks the second. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Beyond the arc. They get it back. Shoots the three. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And this is why Bogdanovich has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
Pass to Phillips. Now Evans. He takes it in. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing for the 3. Can't hit that one.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Puts up a 3. Bogdanovich knocks down the 3. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
And he's going to have to get checked out with that great medical staff that all teams in this league have.
So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that 3-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. There's 1:47 left to play in the final quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, what a play inside.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
Gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Now here's Johnson. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 2 points! That one goes!
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
He drills the 3. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Outside Bogdanovich. Here's Mix. Outside Bogdanovich. Nice use of the glass on the finish. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Bogdan Bogdanovich.